Today I'm going to ask the question, can you copyright AI music? Looking around and Googling online, you can find lots of information about how to copyright AI music. There's lots of videos about it. If you generate AI music and have a commercial license for it because you have a paid subscription to Suno or something else, you should be able to copyright that music and monetize it. So we're going to talk about the basics of that, and I'm going to hone in on one specific video that I saw. This one here by Brent Brown Music, how to copyright AI music is what he's talking about. The title of his video is Your AI Music Isn't Safe Until You Do. He starts out by saying this video is for informational purposes and not legal advice, which is very good advice because if you need legal advice, you should speak to an attorney. But we're going to give you some basic information today about copyright on both sides of it, that you might be able to copyright something, but most of the music generation services that use AI have specific things in terms and conditions that you probably don't know about and never thought of. Okay, in this video from Brent Brown Music, let's listen to what he has to say about AI-generated music.
So first off, understanding your rights to owning the AI music, like what can you actually do with it? What do you get to maintain after you generate something? Sites like Suno say that you can use it for commercial purposes or generating royalties, so you can make money off the music.
Okay, so let's stop right there. You would think, some people might think, that when you generate AI music using Suno, you own it. But let's think about what he just said there. Once you create AI music, you have the ability, through their commercial license, to monetize it and to make money from it. So looking at the Suno sign-up page, you see in the Pro Premier plan, you have the commercial right to use the music for new songs made. Commercial use rights. Doesn't say copyright. Let's see what he says next.
However, if you just generate a song and somebody else takes it and re-uploads it as their own, there's really not much you can do about that.
That's because you don't own the copyright. You have a commercial use license, but you do not own the copyright.
And that's different if somebody actually owns a copyright and you take their song and put it up. You can't use that for commercial use. They can.
Exactly. So that's why we're here. We're trying to figure out, can you copyright things that you made using AI tools? Can you copyright AI? So let's start with a basic Google search. Does Suno Commercial License give me a copyright? Let's see what it says. Suno Commercial License does not guarantee copyright protection in the U.S. 100% AI-generated content cannot be copyrighted because copyright law protects human-authored work. Ownership versus copyright. With a paid subscription, you own the output, but it is not a copyright. You can sell and monetize the songs. Okay. Going back to his video, he has 3 basic strategies for protecting your music and being able. The first strategy involves what we call derivative works. Derivative works means you take something and you make it into your own. In other words,
Editing, chopping, and rearranging can help you register AI-generated music.
Okay, so basically if you take the edited music that was automatically generated in Suno or another platform and you make it your own by remixing it, chopping it, adding things to it, now potentially your level 2 is what he talks about as the human element. In other words,
If you pair it with the ability to add on some like top layer percussion or maybe some real vocals, even if you're not a singer, just anything you could do with like a background vocal.
okay, so in the first scenario, you're editing, you're chopping, you're making a derivative work from something that was handed to you in AI. You're making your own human-made changes to it. The next level, he's saying, is add actual human music to it, even if it's something simple as a background vocal, a cowbell, a triangle, anything that you can add to the music to say, I have now created this as a person, as a human. I have taken that AI music and made it into something that is mine, that is completely unique. Copyrightable. Now the third layer of protection that he talks about is interesting. I'll let him speak about it.
Expert level production, utilizing AI. Personally, what I've already always done when I make a song is I start with the bare bones. I make sure that I can just play the song.
Okay, so what he's talking about here is creation of music by a human and recording it outside of AI, not using AI at all. In other words, I'm a musician, I sing, I play the guitar, I might have additional musicians play bass or drums, whatever it is on the track. I record that music. It is my original song. But now he's saying you're going to take that original song and you're going to upload what you personally created into
I would upload my song to get copyright in its simplest form so that you own the song. You played everything on it, even though it's just a very basic demonstration of the chords and the melody and the lyrics of the song.
So that's very interesting. He's assuming that if you recorded the song of your own original music on your own first, and you had that recording, and then you upload that into AI to make changes or make an AI song based on something, since you owned the original, now you completely own, from a copyright standpoint, whatever comes out of AI. I'm not sure he's thinking this whole thing through. Here's a video by top music attorney about the Suno Terms of Service.
The terms of service is the contract that you sign when you use the service, and it's what you're agreeing to.
So don't forget, like she just said, you sign up for Suno, you agree to the terms of service, and by paying the monthly fee and generating music, this contract is something that you have agreed to for everything you generate in.
But there's a catch with the pro plans. They can't guarantee that your output is non-infringing, and they can't guarantee that copyright vests in your song.
They can't guarantee that your output is non-infringing. What does that mean? When you really think about it, it sounds like the AI music service cannot guarantee that what it gives you and what you create, no matter how unique your prompt, is not infringing on someone else's work. In other words, they cannot guarantee that what you've created is going to be unique enough to be copied. She explains it here in better detail.
All right, in the realm of uniqueness, due to the nature of machine learning, your output, your AI song, may not be unique across users and the service.
Oh, wow. Okay. So because of the fact that AI was trained on other music and prompts could be similar or the same, there's just no controlling the output. So that pretty much spells it out. There's no way the AI service can guarantee, if it creates a song for you today, as an example, that tomorrow, if somebody requests another song using a similar prompt, that they're not going to get the exact same melody or the exact same song.
May generate the same or similar outputs for a third party. Other users may provide similar submissions and receive the same output.
Wow. Okay. So there's one of the key elements why AI music on its own is really not. She talks further about the ownership of what is created there, and this is very interesting.
By using the service or other transmitting submissions to us, you grant Suno and our affiliates, very important, not just Suno, successors, assigns, right? So those future companies it may sell to or merge with, designees. What you're giving is a worldwide, non-exclusive, fully paid, sub-licensable, assignable, perpetual, and irrevocable license to use what you input in.
So everything that you create in Suno is not only not copyrightable and someone else can get the exact same output, but on top of that, even if you upload your own content and you make a new version of that or remix something or upload your own melody and have AI music created from that, they are giving themselves a perpetual, irrevocable, resellable license to themselves to modify, distribute, create derivative works based on that. What this means is, number one, they can train their AI model on your music. People can make music from that. You have no rights to it whatsoever. This is crazy, really. And it probably won't stop people from using Suno because it's so easy to use and create things with. But people that use it, that don't read the terms and conditions, like most people don't in most products and most pieces of software, will never know that they're giving these rights away. If that wasn't clear, she spells it out even further.
Is that you're actually giving an irrevocable license. You cannot take it back. To allow Suno to train on your music, your lyrics, your ideas. And in fact, it says that what it trains on, it may end up spitting it out in someone else's output.
So there it is. You could upload original music, make minor changes to it, make something else of it, remix it, sample it. But the second that you put your original music into Suno, they can use it, and literally someone else can create music based on your music, and there's nothing that you can do about it. It could sound similar, it could sound the same, it could be a complete rip off of your original music, but you don't own a license to it anymore. So on the one hand, while I fully understand what Brett Brown Music is saying about adding a human element, remixing your content, making original music so you have something that is copyrightable. On the other side of it, maybe what he hasn't thought about and others haven't thought about is even if you copyright that music, once you upload it into a service like Suno, you may be giving your rights to it away and or giving that service a license to your music that you weren't even cognizant of or fully aware of. I would assume that many of the other music services or AI services online have something exactly like this. I would be interested in hearing other people's thoughts about this that make their own music, that use AI or are thinking about using AI, and copyrights and what is and isn't copyrightable. If you're interested in this and other topics regarding using AI, please subscribe to our channel.